do a little bit of a coolant flush situation here. I kind of want to flush the coolant a couple times before we change the water pump, because I'd rather run that old crappy stuff through the water pump that's still functioning before we run it through the new pump. So I'm just going to dump all that. It's just water, so don't freak out. Alright, time for our hillbilly coolant flush. We are just going to run the hose into the radiator, like so. We're going to start the engine, let it pump out there. We're just going to let that run like that for a little while until all that turns nice and clear. Once that turns clear, we'll button it back up. Might as well seize the opportunity to clean the driveway up a little bit while we're at her. Okay, she's getting pretty clean. Getting a little hot too. Alright, we're going to call that good. I've flushed it off camera probably 10 times, letting it run till the thermostat opens and then dumping it. And it's running pretty clean now, so I think we're pretty well flushed. We're going to call the cooling system as good as it's going to be. Now that we've basically steam washed the inside of the engine and the radiator and everything is 7,000 degrees, let's work on it. We're going to go ahead and remove this water pump, which also means we're going to remove all these belts again, fan again, shroud again. We'll get all this out of the way and we'll get the water pump done. Okay, we have exposed the water pump. It's not off yet, but it's accessible. Now, I always hear people saying, I like old cars better because they're easier to work on. And to some degree, I'll acknowledge that and say that's true. But sometimes not. Guys, if you wanted to do a water pump on that Silverado right there, it's like you pull the shroud, the fan, 3 hoses, 6 bolts, and it's off. Any experienced technician could have that water pump off of there in 20 minutes. On this thing, I had to take off the AC compressor, the power steering pump, the alternator, the air pump, all of the bracketry that mounts them all, just to get to where I can now remove the water pump. So yeah, I mean, old cars are a little bit more simple, but not always easier to work on. Anyway, let's get this water pump the rest of the way off so we can start replacing it. Let me know in the comments, do you like working on old vehicles better or new vehicles better, and why? Good thing we took this off. So you can see all the nastiness down inside of here. It's no wonder this thing was leaking. I think tomorrow we're going to jump back on this and get that water pump replaced. But I think that's all we're going to do for today. This is a good spot to take a break. Call it a day. I appreciate you watching.